Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about something that I think is very important, and this is the choice of class that you have to make when you decide to start farming gold. So there are a lot of different classes in World of Warcraft that are very interesting, but there is one in particular that is, in my opinion, the best one by far, and this is, of course, Druids. And not only just Druids, but balanced Druids. So balanced Druids is, in my opinion, really the best class you will be able to use in order to make a lot of gold in World of Warcraft. When I started to make gold, I never played Druid, and then I realized more and more that having a Druid would be very, very useful, and so this is why I created this character, and this is also why I created countless of other Druids characters on other realms after that in order to farm gold the most efficiently possible. And if you haven't started yet to use a Druid, then I will try to explain in today's video why Druids are by far the best class in order to farm gold in World of Warcraft. So let's start with the first thing that I think is, of course, one of the best reasons, and this is the gathering capacity of Druids. So whether it is, for instance, to gather plants or other type of materials that you can get in open world areas, or to pick up chests, or maybe just to loot the corpse of the different mobs that you just killed in big farms or just solo farms, having a druid is gonna help you save a lot of time because you don't have to dismount in order to pick up all these different items. So this is a huge advantage for many different reasons. First of all, because if you're doing, for instance, a 2x4 farm where the corpses might disappear after a little bit of time, like that, you can really try to gather as much as possible loot before they disappear. For herbalism, of course, it's a huge advantage. There is another way for people to gather plants without having to dismount, and this is by having the sky golem. But other than that, people will have to dismount if they want to pick up other things other than herbalism and plants. So really, the fact that you are able to gather all these different things without having to dismount is, in my opinion, really one of the best things that druids can give you. So definitely it's going to be one of the reasons why you should pick up a druid when making some gold farmings. So the second best quality that balanced druids have is gonna be the AoE capacity. So these different druids have a huge AoE capacity, which means that in many different cases they will be able to kill a lot of mobs at the same time by using a lot of these different abilities. For instance, of course, you have right now the Convoke of the Spirits. You have all the different Sunfire and Moonfire. You have the Starfire. You have the Fury of Elune. And then the best one is going to be Starfall. So with all these different abilities, you will really be able to kill a lot of mobs without having to kill one mob after another. Of course, there are other classes that can really be good for that as well. I'm thinking, for instance, about monks. I'm thinking, for instance, about demon hunter, mages and everything, but I think druids are really, in my opinion, the best class for AoE, and really when it comes to farm, to do all these different farms, this is gonna be the best class you can use. The third reason is gonna be the fact that druids are one of the best pulling class that you can use in World of Warcraft. And by pulling class, I mean a class that can target the mobs and engage them. So you have different classes that can be good for that. For instance, you have hunters, sometimes warlocks, but really the fact that you can use Sunfire again and again and again, there is no limit, and that you can just really aggro everything you want around you, whether you're using a macro or you're just targeting the mobs yourself. Really, it will help you a lot to gather as many mobs as possible. And this is why when you're going in all these different group search and you're looking for the different farms that exist, most of the time people who will be part of the group will be druids, and also most of the time people will ask you to be a druid because they will need someone to pull all the mobs very fast, and this is something that druids can do very easily. Of course, there is another class that is extremely good for that, and this is the a tank monk, because of course they have the the black oak statue that is really good to gather a lot of mobs and to just make sure that the mobs stay there. But again, druids just offer something different, and the best is to have the combination of both when you're doing a 2x4 farms. But all alone, druids is gonna be, in my opinion, the best puller by far. Another good reason why druids are so good for gold farming is gonna be their healing abilities. So especially for all the different contents that are from Shadowlands and any content that require you to unfortunately lose a little bit of of health, with all the different healing abilities that even a balanced druid has, you will be able to survive and to continue the farm. So this is again something that is really good, because for many different farms, unfortunately, if you're not playing on a class that can heal himself, then you are subject to sometimes just die because there's too many mobs, or because you didn't avoid an attack or something like that. So being able to heal yourself fully still by killing all the different mobs around you. For instance, even when you're in the boomy form, you can still heal yourself completely full. As you can see, it's really good. So just by the fact that you are able to do that is really good. Another aspect of the druid that is very important is the fact that they can really move fast. So especially when you're doing farms that are taking place inside, so when you cannot move using your travel form or the flying mounts, the druids are going to be probably the classes that can move the fastest. So you have, first of all, of course, Tiger Dash. This is one of the specific talents that you can use. You also have the Stampede Roar, and right now, and of course, I mean, you have just the cat form in general that already allows you to move 30% faster. And then right now, of course, you also have the Soul Shape. This is not only for druids, but this is a great addition. And so when you are combining all of that together, you can really move extremely fast, and this is something that can make you win a lot of time. I'm especially thinking, for instance, if you're doing a dungeon farm where you want to gather all the mobs as soon as possible, like that, you will be able very easily to run the dungeon way faster than with overclasses. And of course, there are overclasses like Demon, Hunter, Monks that again are very good for that, but druids are, in my opinion, the best once again. Another really good ability that druids have is the Dreamwalk ability that will allow you to go to the Emerald Dream and to then teleport back to your original location, or nearby the original location. So this is extremely useful, especially for instance if you're doing any dungeon farms or any farms where you want to quickly go back to the entrance of the farm. And so like that, you can just travel back, travel to this place and then travel back, and you will be able to reset the instance very easily. So another really good ability that druids have. So for all these different reasons, in my opinion, druids are really going to be the best class you can use in order to make some gold in World of Warcraft. Again, as I mentioned, I know there are plenty of overclasses that have very interesting abilities and talents that they can use in order to increase their gold farming and gold making activities. For instance, the Goblin racial that allows you to get all the cheapest prices at the vendors, or things like that that can really help you have again more and more facility in making gold. But I think the druid is the class that combine the most of these really good aspects, and so this is why I wanted to make this video, and this is why I really think this is the best class you can use in order to make a lot of gold. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know in the comments if you liked this content. This is the first time I'm really covering something like that. But I think it's very important for people who want to start making gold to understand what are the different things they can do in order to make it as efficient as possible, and the choice of class is definitely going to be important. So Druids, the best one. After that, you have Monk, Demon Hunter, other things that are cool as well, but really try to have a Druid that is always up to the maximum level so you can do all the different farms with it. So I will be back very soon with more guides and with more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a very great week, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!